Check it. You back out and about in the streets and in cyberspace with Marcus G and Coach with the play.
TB.
This is actually the 10th episode.
Word.
We talked about progression,
Prevailing.
consistent with it, making a major change in your life and you doing new things.
Or startups.
You gotta have that determination, that go-getter.
That's one of the ways to overcome skepticism is being consistent and persistent.
That's why you have to keep going.
And having an unwavering thought process about your plan.
A critical reason why many people fail to reach their dream, the skepticism and doubt they are surrounded with.
Yeah, the wrong pressure and the wrong energy.
Becomes one of the most significant barriers to personal and business.
How about that?
When you embark on a journey of transformation, significant changes in your career or business,
Right.
you may find yourself surrounded by individuals who doubt your vision. The skepticism can be friends, families, and colleagues who are uncomfortable with the change or simply unable to be participating in the growth that they see.
Boundaries and obstacles, that's a part of startups, a part of business.
So you gotta watch out for this.
Meaning, expand, go past them. Something is sitting in front of you. Long as you're aware of the fact that skepticism is a part of your transitioning or you're building in your business, it's just a part of it.
It can be very disheartening when people second guess your path.
You're transitioning into a business coming from the ground floor, considering it a startup. Skepticism will be a part of that.
That doubt can seep into your mind if you're not careful, because they can't see it doesn't mean that it can't happen.
You should be fine, but keep pushing and keep moving forward.
Can't let their skepticism become yours. That's why it's very important to protect your environment. Who you're around will end up dictating who you become. So if you around people who aren't trying to do anything, now you're not seeing anybody who's doing something that you aspire to be. It's good to have mentors. And we checked out one of your mentors earlier this week. He put out this energy that you want to be surrounded by, and that's the thing that you need.
Right.
And not people who are skeptical. Another gentleman I was talking to, he was talking about people use the words "I can't" and these negative connotations. He gets away from them because he doesn't want that to seep into his mind. It can gnaw at you. And if you're not aware of these situations, as soon as you lose your vision and adapt their vision,
bad association spoils good useful habits. Meaning, who you associate yourself with could rub off on you. So you want to associate yourself with people with optimism, people with encouraging words, people that's supportive, and not those that are skeptical and doubtful and always trying to tear down a new idea because they didn't think of it. I mean, I've seen that happen. Being aware that it's out there, skepticism is going to be a part of it, I think is the key. So that you don't, like you said, don't let it seep into of who you are and what you're trying to do. Quickly get away from those people. If a stock is going the wrong way, you cut it. Cut your losses quickly. You don't want to hold on to something that's going down.
Cut your losses quickly.
Or going the opposite of you.
Because it's not taking you on the journey that you're looking to progress on.
Yes, I'm looking to get here. And if it's going down that way, I'm going to cut that one.
Gotcha.
That's what we're saying. Skepticism is a part of it. But don't associate yourself with it.
Especially when you're a leader, keep people motivated so the skepticism doesn't spread like a wildfire. Yeah. Especially if you start adapting their skepticism. However, it's important to recognize the skepticism is not a reflection of your potential. Instead, it's often a sign that you are moving beyond the status quo and venturing into uncharted territories. Change can be unsettling for those who prefer the familiarity of the known, even if it means stagnation. We don't want to be stagnant. And that's one of the biggest challenges that people have is change, because they're so used to doing the same thing over and over. And that's why we out and about, because we switching it up. My man Miles, who's a fashion designer, skateboarder, bike rider.
So I just started the M collection, and I distressed the hoodie and took a pocket from another hoodie and put on this hoodie. It's one of my favorites. I did this. It was an iron-on, yeah, and then I painted over it like a 3D effect. A lot of my button-up shirts, I kind of like cut it like a tuxedo. I like do something on the back.
I love.
Yeah, and these are like crop trench coats. Yeah, yeah. So I like doing a lot of stuff. I'm working on some new designs, and I got to show them to some cool people. I got a lot of stuff in store. Like I said, I'm gonna start doing a lot of e-board footage for y'all. You know, bike footage and also dance videos. So y'all stay tuned. Holla at your boy. You know I'm on point like Fel.
Moving beyond the status quo. That's what you said, yo.
Moving beyond.
If you know that, status quo is gonna create skepticism.
Definitely.
You should be expecting skepticism as soon as you move beyond the status quo.
That's why you gotta leave them doubters behind.
If you ain't trying to move beyond status quo, then don't worry about skepticism then, because you ain't gonna have none.
Nah, then you're not gonna reach your dreams because you deal and face these things all the time. They're natural occurrences. But if you don't know how to deal with these situations that come your way,
then holla at me and MGL. And we'll help you figure it out.
Have coaches in your corner. They're gonna help you overcome.
That's how we got to where we are. Now what we do is we try to go give back and say, hey man, let's take this beyond status quo.
And often when you are a champion for change, people get scared. They have fear of change. And it can be crippling to a lot of people. They keep doing what they see.
Skepticism is part of growing a business beyond status quo. If you're trying to grow the business, then let us know, because we're going in the same direction beyond status quo. And it's best that all businesses come together, as we spoke about, and get in that game. You're probably talking about 10 million. It's gonna take a collective effort of businesses to come together to meet that threshold so that we can grab the leverage and then do our own deals. We don't have to really go to them for no deals. Go beyond status quo, having to go to them for what you want.
A lot of people that we're gonna end up helping with startups are going to be surrounded by plenty of people who are skeptics about their business. If you let them skeptics get into your mind, nothing's going to change, and there is no opportunity. If you're not willing to take yourself to the next level, you have to be willing to change the way that you think and you see things, because if you don't, you're giving us a cue that you're not ready to move beyond where you want to go. As you begin to make progress and achieve milestones, the shift becomes evident. New and exciting opportunities will start to emerge, and the space for what was once there diminishes. This process can feel lonely because it often means leaving behind the old environment and the people who are part of it. Getting into new situations and helping people with businesses, you got to understand that your life is going to change and you have to be ready to embrace it, because if you're not, you're going to have these doubts and you're going to become a doubter. So leave those doubts behind.
You hit that right on the head, man. Basically, it's no real room for it. You know, when you're trying to grow, when you're trying to build your business, you really don't have room or space for skepticism, and you got to be constantly emboldened and unwavering attitude towards your business plan and being able to communicate that to others through transparency and through your actions. Skepticism is good as long as it's coming from a healthy place. Meaning, why are you skeptic? Like, are you not sure about the business plan? Or you just don't even know nothing about the business plan, you just skeptic because your other cousin got burnt one time, he did an investment over there, and Charlie and them, they did it with the other company. Is that the reason why? Or you don't understand the business plan? Or you don't see how the business can make money? Being skeptic that way is cool, because those things can be explained to you. Okay, this is how we're gonna make the money. This is what we're bringing to the market. We're bringing something that is needed, that has a high demand. Now, if something doesn't have a high demand, you want to make some tennis shoes and you think they're going to be nice, like some gold tennis shoes, high top, and you go out there and think you're going to sell them for $300-$400. The market ain't asking for that right now. You know, that's not in demand. You know, you could be skeptical. But when you got something that's in demand, that the market really needs, that skepticism have to be healthy and be explained out to you, versus being skeptical in a way of envy or jealousy or just negative doubt, not even understanding anything about the business plan or what we even doing or how the numbers add up. Not even hearing that. You're just skeptical based on who we are as individuals because of what the market or what society have trained your brain to adapt to.
I think it's a thin line between being a skeptic and having questions, because sometimes you need to find information out because you want to understand. I think there is that fine line between wanting to know and being inquisitive and dealing with somebody who's a skeptic. You can be skeptic and ask questions. There's a difference being in the line of questioning, but if you understand the line of questioning somebody asks or in their statements, you can probably decipher which one is skepticism and which one is straight just doubt.
Well, I might not get the skeptic fully described properly because I don't spend a lot of time with them, so I don't understand them.
The feeling of loneliness is a common experience for those who are on the brink of breakthroughs. It can be tempting to retreat or seek validation from those who once doubted you, but this is often a distraction from your true path. Remember this, loneliness is a natural part of the transition and a signal that you are stepping into a new phase of your journey. Do not let the doubt creep in because it's nothing but an unnecessary distraction to your path of progress. It is critical to stay focused on your goals and continue to move forward, even if it means doing so without the support of those around you. Embrace the new opportunities and the new people who will enter your life as a result. So that means that you have to make room for the people who are meant to be by your side, and not everyone is going to be there while you do this transition. You have to leave your own doubts in a bag, parked on a bench somewhere, and say, you know what, I'm not even going to worry about it because what is meant for me is coming. And soon as it comes, I need to be open for that message to come and bring it.
That's right. No, he's giving you all good ideas, man, and giving you strength and giving you the muscles to go ahead and push forward with regards to any doubts or skepticism that may come your way from you starting or transitioning into a startup or being involved in a startup or starting your own business. Do not allow these obstacles to discourage you. Keep pushing forward, be encouraged, go around them, and pretty much keep those type of people away from you. Is the summary, is basically what he's saying about it. Just keep going forward and roll over top of it like a steamroller.
By persevering through these challenges, period, you pave the way for others who aspire to achieve their own dreams. Your journey becomes a testimony to what is possible when one dares to step out of their comfort zone and build a network of individuals who truly support the vision that you set forth. And that is why you have to leave them behind, because you have to make room for the people who are going to come and support your vision. And if you don't allow that room to happen, and you have to be careful. That's why it's important to surround yourself with the right people. That's why it's important that we find the right people to invest in. And it also inspires people. And that's one of the biggest things. You have to inspire people to see your vision. If you're not inspiring people, then you're not going to move forward because you're not inspired. It's a ripple effect. Keep motivating, keep going. You're going to inspire and attract all the people and bring them to you. It's like that magnet. It attracts what you need so that you have all the resources, you have the people. And doubt is one of those things that you don't need. You don't need that type stuff. So make sure that you just stay focused. While the skepticism of those around you can be significant hurdles, it's also a sign that you are on the right path. Stay committed to your journey, embrace the loneliness as part of the process, and look forward to the new connections and opportunities that will arise. The success is not only validated your efforts, but it also inspires others to follow in your footsteps. And that is the most important part of building
an example.
And that's how you build a business, because you want to attract people who are on different levels so they can grow within the company and move about, because it creates more opportunities for everybody within the ecosystem. It's not just one person sitting there and saying, look, I want to control everything. Because if you try to do it that way, what you're going to find is that you don't have a real business. You're just working. You're not growing the business. You're not creating generational wealth. You're not doing something that says, look, I have a team that can support me while I go on vacation, or while I need to handle something else, or I need to take a break, or even say I need to develop another part of the company. Because now your team's inspired. Now you can continue to grow. You can get into research and development. You can take these different avenues and develop the business and grow and really start bringing more people on. You have to understand it just as a leader, as a person who's starting up, a person who's changing their careers, a person who does anything, who wants to better themselves.
Right.
Because people have their comfort zones, and you should never let their comfort zone become your comfort zone.
Yeah. The norms ain't getting us far enough, put it like that. You spending like 30% of your income on their foods, because they overcharge you. And then you got another 15 to 20% you spending on the loan that you got. They getting you on that. So in all reality, it's the same thing. Like you can't get ahead of it. All you can do is just get it in, pay it out, get it in, pay it out, get it in and pay it out. And nothing is passed down to the next generation, like real wealth, $2, $3, $4, $5 million passed down so that they can have it multiplied in their trust so they can pass it down. That's not happening. So if you want to stick to the norms, that's cool with us. But we ain't looking for those that want to stick to the norm. We're looking for those that want to be outside of the norm. And we're looking for those that welcome skepticism. I welcome it. But anyway, we're going to keep on flowing with that. I know Marcus, he hit that one right on the head.
The most amazing thing you're going to see is when you turn those skeptics into a supporter and believer.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
And that will show you that your vision,
your biggest fan.
And you know what? You got to keep it moving, and that's how you inspire. That wraps up this episode.
Look, we're going to ask y'all to
share
and subscribe to this. And tell you what, leave messages and comments at the bottom here if you have any questions regarding what we do, how we do things, or you just want to be supportive or want to be involved. We appreciate y'all sticking with us. Those that rock with us from number 1 all the way up to number 10. We really appreciate y'all. We're going to have something for y'all. We're gonna treat y'all for sure down the road. Once we be rolling together, we not just going here by ourselves. We going there with y'all.
I'm Marcus G,
Coach TB,
and we out
and about
in the streets and in cyberspace. Catch you next time.
I think we gotta get on that one, cause